Can we really cram the entire Five Nights at Freddy's lore into 10 minutes? With 19 books, 11 games, MatPat's entire YouTube career, and a new movie coming out. It's like a Fnaf cinematic universe in here. As a YouTuber, I'm kind of an actor, but they never casted me in the movie, so I'll just sit here and cry in my non-animatronic suit. Back in the 1930s, there was a place called Fredbear's Singing Show. You could watch a trained bear dance. What a time to be alive. And little William Afton was inspired. He probably thought, why a dancing bear when you can have a dancing mascot? But alas, the 30s weren't the golden age of mascots. Fast forward to the 1950s when Disney was getting its mascot groove on, introducing a 5-fingered Mickey Mouse mascot. And around the same time, William Afton, along with his family and 3 kids, moves to Hurricane, Utah, finally thinking, this is my chance to start a business. Oh boy! Now, William can finally bring his Fredbear to life. But to dodge a copyright bullet, he turns a real bear into a cartoon yellow mascot bear with a purple hat. Super original, right? Just like that time, Barbie almost got sued for being a copycat. But that's a video for another time. The anxiety of completely ripping off someone else's business idea was too much for William, so he had to create another character. Enter Bonnie the Bunny, born straight from William's hands. But this didn't last long because Chica's Party World comes along with animatronics. William was jealous, but who could blame him? Chica's Party World had real robots. It was all magical, and it was all invented by Henry Emily. It introduced the Orville Elephant, Mr. Hippo, Chica, the Pig Patch, Happy Frog, and Ned Bear. But wait a minute, a bear in the country? That makes no sense. It seems like Henry copied the idea that William copied. Great minds think alike, I guess. Anyway, there's no way William was going to compete with these robot animatronics, so his business went bankrupt. Lucky for him, Henry bailed him out and they became good friends. Or bad friends. Depends on how you look at it. They decided to take their friendship to the next level by opening a family diner selling cake and pizza. And that's how Fredbear's Family Diner was born. The main attraction, you might ask? Animatronic suits that could either be animatronics or that could spring lock into suits that humans can actually wear. William wore Bonnie and Henry wore Freddy. Who needs matching pajamas when you got matching animatronic suits? Business was booming. Fredbear's Family Diner was a hit! So much so that in 1983 they opened a new location called Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria and they had their own cartoon show. But William Afton was low-key angry and Henry, he could sense the jealousy. So Henry creates an animatronic called the Puppet to protect his daughter Charlie. One day, Charlie gets locked outside. William then pulls into a driveway, disappears Henry's daughter Charlie, and then drags her into an alleyway. Meanwhile, the puppet that Henry made couldn't even save Charlie because the puppet was stuck inside of a box. Finally, the puppet gets out of the box and goes looking for Charlie, but it's just too late. Charlie's spirit then possesses the puppet. So if you thought that Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria was a place where fun and family can come to life, well, think again, because it is at this point that things start to get really weird. Because get this, every single time a child passes away, they release something called remnant. Remnant is basically this material that bonds the child's spirit to an animatronic. Yeah, so you guessed it. There's gonna be a lot more children going missing. So now we have the puppet who's possessed. What about William's family? William has 2 sons and a daughter. Mike as the older brother and Evan as the younger one. Evan is scared of the animatronics, and how could you blame him? Those animatronics were 6 feet and they were terrifying. Mike, being a typical older brother, decides this is a great opportunity to scare the living crap out of Evan. On Evan's birthday, Mike has the best birthday gift ever. One to die for, literally. He grabs Evan and puts him near the mouth of a Freddy animatronic for a kiss, without consent apparently. The spring locks fail due to water damage from Evan's tears, and the animatronic bites down on Evan, instantly disappearing him. Sick prank, bro. This This tragic incident is known as the Bite of 83. This tragedy makes William even crazier and more psychotic than he already was. So crazy that he starts to dress up as Spring Bonnie just to lure 5 children into the safe room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria just to disappear them all. And you thought your family gatherings were weird. But where did he hide the bodies? The police searched Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria up, down, left, center. They couldn't find anything. The children had just disappeared into thin air. But did they? It just so had happened that when William Afton designed the animatronics, he left a special compartment in the animatronics that just so happened to fit the size of a child. No one could find any evidence. It is actually debated who put the bodies into the animatronics. Was it William Afton stuffing the animatronics like a turkey with the bodies of the children? Or was it the puppet stuffing the children into the animatronics because the puppet knew that the children release remnant, which means that they would be able to join the puppet and live forever? I'm gonna let you guys decide. What do you think? We got 6 animatronics all running around the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria at 3 a.m. all possessed by the souls of 6 angry child spirits. I don't know about you, but that's not the kind of after party I want to go to. Needless to say, things just got crazy. They got so crazy that William Afton himself actually got fired. And amidst all this craziness, William Afton discovered immortality. He realized that these kids, when they pass away, their souls are latching onto animatronics. I don't know what's worse, a mad scientist or a mad scientist who just discovered immortality. It's alive! And not long after, the entire restaurant was shut down due to health violations. I think we all know why it got shut down. But that's not even the end of the story. So after William Afton discovered immortality, he decides to create a new company called Afton Robotics. He even opens a new location called Sister Location, and the entire point of that location was to lure children and disappear them. I mean, hey, if you don't like kids that much, just get a vasectomy. William Afton decides to create Circus Baby. Circus Baby loved the kids. I mean, she had quite an appetite for child's play. She was just bad at playing fair. She challenged kids to games and then crushed them in her Hug of Doom move. If a clown ever asks you for a hug, just run the other way. You can never trust the clown, I'm telling you. William Afton, the master of disaster, was having a private party to unveil his new location, the Sister Location. But what's a private party without some family drama, am I right? Enter Elizabeth, his youngest daughter. She couldn't resist getting up close and personal with Circus Baby. The next thing you know, she's gobbled up faster than a hungry hippo. Talk about a kid-eating machine. And not too long after that, karma strikes again as the Circus Baby pizza spot is shut down due to a gas leak. Yeah, right. More like a gobble your kid leak. Now, just because the place was shut down doesn't mean the animatronics shut down too. Nuh-uh. Ballerina, Funtime Foxy, Funtime Freddy, and Circus Baby were all still active, just hanging out in the clothes store. A real party pooper. But hold on. Elizabeth's spirit is still stuck inside Circus Baby. So William Afton sends his heroic son Michael to save his sister's spirit. Daddy issues? And he was doing a pretty good job. I mean, Michael managed to survive the first 4 nights. But on the 4th night, the technicians get a brilliant idea. They decide to take the shells of the animatronics and the salvageable endoskeletons. It's recycling gone wrong, folks. There's this crazy scooping machine with a remnant reservoir. The scooping machine scoops out all the animatronics and fuses their endoskeleton into innard. Meanwhile, Michael is still alive, by the way. Probably hiding somewhere, and I don't blame him. And on the final night, Michael somehow ends up in the scooping machine. But guess what? Circus Baby's true intentions was to scoop the inside of Michael's to make room for innard. Ouch. So now he's basically a walking corpse. Must be hard to get dates like that. A few days later, Ennard escapes into the sewage system after spotting the It Clown holding some balloons and inviting him down for the party. Somehow, Michael is reanimated to life and he's now basically a zombie. And now that he's freed Elizabeth, his goal is to find his dad, William Afton. It's a family reunion of the undead. Only one problem. Michael can't seem to find his dad anywhere, and that's because his dad is at the old, abandoned Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, dismantling animatronics animatronics. Typical dad, always working. William breaks open the animatronics, unleashing all the trapped spirits inside. They gather up and confront dear old dad in a safe room. And guess what? The very suit William used to disappear the children is there too. How convenient. In an attempt to scare them, he rushes to put the suit on, starts laughing like an evil maniac, but it backfires. Literally, the suit malfunctions and crushes him like a soda can. Dad joke level, legendary. He just lays there dead for a while, and that was basically the end of it. But not so fast. Fast forward, someone is trying to open a FNAF themed haunted Halloween house. I mean, hey, that's actually not a bad idea. Universal Pictures, please do that and invite me, please. Anyway. You know, this actually reminds me of that episode from Scream Queens. They find the bloody animatronic and think, hey, this is a perfect prop for a haunted house Halloween attraction. And that's how Springtrap gets a second lease on life. And for a while, it was peaceful. About 6 days, actually. Springtrap tries to enjoy his new life peacefully, but he just can't resist the urge to cause trouble. After a week of behaving, he snaps and burns the entire Fazbear's Fright attraction to the ground. Talk about hot-headed. William is somehow still alive through this. Or is he? And to be fair, we actually don't know who started the fire. Maybe it was Mike. Maybe it was his father. It's a real mystery. Just like Circus Baby, who ejected from Innard, had to scrap herself back into Scrap Baby, William has to piece himself back together. It's like a DIY project for the undead. And the rest of Innard manages to find a Freddy Fazbear mask and turns into Molten Freddy. It's a real melting pot of animatronics. At this point, Henry has just had enough and figures it's time to end it all. He opens a new pizza spot under the name of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria to lure all the animatronics that are out there, including the ever zombified Michael Afton. Mike somehow gets the security job, although he's a zombie. Probably because he looks like his dad, William? I'm gonna guess the job interview went something like this. This job requires being up very late. Is that okay?
Yes. I never sleep anyway.
Dedication, right? Let's not forget that Henry's only daughter is trapped inside the puppet animatronic. So Henry creates an animatronic called Lefty, whose sole purpose is to capture the puppet. I love it. Family reunions at Freddy's are always so heartwarming. Slowly but surely, Mike collects all the animatronics following Henry's plan. To be honest, I doubted him at first, but he deserves a promotion. On the final night, we get an epic Henry speech. I mean, it is so good that I wish I could play it for you, but copyright issues, you know? Henry's plan was to gather all the animatronics and burn them all. He tells Mike that there's technically a way out, but maybe he should just stay for the after party. Henry lights the place up, quite literally, killing all the animatronics. And that's it. Seriously, the lore is over. Has it been 10 minutes? Actually, there's more. The next game, Help Wanted, is developed by Steel Wool Studios instead of Scott Cawthon. So technically the story continues, or does it? I don't know, this part's up to debate, but here we go. Before William died, he somehow was able to upload himself onto binary code, onto the cloud. And then they end up making a FNAF virtual experience where people can come and experience all FNAF has to offer through the safety of virtual reality. But somehow, William manages to hack into the code of the game. It's like the Matrix, but with animatronics. And he decides he likes Vanessa a lot. So much so that he uses Vanessa as a host, creating an alternate ego called Vanny. It's like a bad sitcom plot at this point. Then a new FNAF game called Security Breach comes out and there's already 9 kids missing. The Glamrock series are our main cast and they are all somehow controlled by William Afton. This guy just can't quit, can he? All but one, Glamrock Freddy. While on stage, Glamrock Freddy starts malfunctioning because William is trying to hack him, but it's just not working. So he starts spazzing out. The party just got real wild. Glamrock Freddy wakes up during closing time to see Gregory, a boy who thinks living in a mall is the dream. The glam, the drama, the mall life. Now, some people assume that Gregory is an animatronic because his vision glitches when he sees Vanny. For the rest of the game, Freddy and Gregory work together, collecting pieces from different animatronics, making Freddy stronger. It's like animatronic bodybuilding. They throw Chica in a trash compactor, snap Monty the alligator together into little pieces and run over Lexi. Sorry, animatronics, but it's survival of the fittest. Under the complex, they find a replica restaurant, and that's where they discover the blob. Every good story needs a blob. In the meantime, William wants to return to his passion of disappearing kids, and that's why he wants to control all the animatronics. Talk about a life's ambition. After an epic final fight, Gregory and Freddy end up burning the whole mall down. It's like the grand finale of a reality TV show. William Afton is captured by the blob, and the complex shuts down. The end. Again. But wait, there's more! And there you have it, folks. The wild, wacky, and terrifying world of Fnaf lore. We've had more twists and turns than a roller coaster, more bizarre characters than a circus act. We've had dancing bears, spring-lock suits, and animatronic mishaps that'll make your family gatherings seem positively normal. I mean, it's no wonder MatPat made a lifelong career out of this stuff, right? I hope you enjoyed this whirlwind tour through the FNAF universe. If you're still here, congratulations! You survived the Bite of 83, the animatronic revolution, and a whole lot of murder mysteries. Seriously, give yourselves a round of applause. Now, before I go cry in a non-animatronic suit because I wasn't cast in the FNAF movie either, I want to say thank you to all my lovely viewers out there. You're the real animatronic heroes of this tale. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel, turn that post notification bell on, and set it to all so every time I upload a new video, you don't miss out. Stay tuned for more adventures. Maybe someday they'll cast me in the sequel. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one.